Okay, Facebook and YouTube. Today I'm kind of sharing my little, it's kind of actually growing, my collection of like my more succulent type of plants. The first one here, this is it's a variegated agave plant, which I love these plants. And in Florida, they grow in the wild, like you see them all over in front of people's houses, on the side of driveways, and they get to be humongous. This one has a baby in it, which I probably will never be brave enough to try to separate this particular type of plant. Moving over, I have a second agave. This one is not really, it doesn't have no variegation to it. Now, if you look very closely, you'll see how sharp these things are, and I've learned that the hard way because like one day I was doing plant maintenance and I took a step back too fast and it was like ouch, because it's just like a zipper that just when you see I'm skinny, like my wrist, like I don't got too much room to play with, so I got to be very careful around this. But because it's sharper than what it looks like, it's a beautiful plant. I'll probably eventually get more if I can ever find if I can come across them. Now here, believe it or not, it is a cactus. Obviously, that's common sense, but I don't know what kind it is. So if anybody on my channel knows, let me know. I'm obsessed with, I love cactuses, and you see it got some baby here. That's a beautiful thing. Now going right into here, I had already recently did a video on this, but this is like it was a gift I had got from a very close friend of mine who I actually met through YouTube. They know that I like snake plants, and they sent me a little gift. Now this is a bird's nest, but it kind of looks like it's called a Hanai, like HAHNII, and it's a baby. And then here is another type, part of my little shaky camera work. That one, it almost looks like, they call it a, what do I want to call this one? Kind of looks like a baby, I want to say definitely not black gold. That's not the right kind. Still not sure about that one. Then this one here, I just recently discovered. They're called like a jade snake plant, or another common name is called a black dragon. And I don't even know if it's a bird nest. I just think it's a baby one, because you notice I have another one, and that is definitely a black dragon, because I've never seen a snake plant that is a solid green color. I wish I would have dusted these before I did this video. It would have looked a lot better. But it's a very beautiful plant. I love it. Then and these don't normally sit here, so if you're thinking they don't look so pretty where they're at on the floor, this is just for the purpose of the video. This is my voodoo doll Bromeliad, which you see I got water in the center of it. I've had this thing a long time now. I would say almost a year. So I must be doing okay with it, because I know a lot of people say they struggle with it. Some people say it's easy. Just depends who you are. The purple is not really losing, but it's not as bright as it once was when I first got it. But it does keep sending out new leaves, and they do contain purple in it. Bromeliads is almost like the agave. I'm trying to get my phone to focus a little bit better. This is actually sharper than the agave plant. You see these little ridges right by my finger? If you touch this the wrong way, it will draw blood. So when you're around these, you do got to be careful. You can't just handle them any old type of way. And here's my latest Bromeliad. The flower still hasn't opened up. And this one, I believe it was called a I don't know, but it seems like it has a coral snake type of pattern to it. It's very beautiful. I just same as that one. I water it from the center, and every once in a blue moon, I will put some on the side, but not like a whole lot. All right, here. I just seen something I hate, which is a tag. I don't do tags. I think it looks so ugly. This is my baby Sanseveria cylindrica, and they basically berate them. If you notice, as I kind of like spin it, you'll see it has a lot of babies, including like the green one that's by the little black pole. That is totally new, but if you look at it even closer, there's a baby of a baby. And this was also a gift as well. I love it. Love all of them. And this is a baby bird's nest again. I've had this thing almost, honestly, truthfully, I've had it about 3 years. And it just stays small because you see I have it in a basic little nursery pot, a little old McDonald's cup as like a catch pan or whatever. You see how shiny it is. It's very healthy. It had went through a period where it almost died, but a friend of mine gave me the tip to save it, and it did work. And here goes the mother of that bird's nest, because they all came from the same cut. If you notice, it is starting to really shoot out new growth, actually. So it's doing very good still. If I don't kill my bromeliad. Here's my latest cactus. I love cactuses. I don't know why my phone this looks so weird. Maybe it doesn't look like this when I actually watch the video. That's better. And it does have a whole lot of babies coming out. You see the price, $4. I normally take tags off, but we'll see what happens with this. Now here's one of my pride and joys, and I have many copies of this one. I want to call this a Sanseveria trifecta, or it's so many different names. Or some people call it black gold. I've heard it called what else do they call this thing? See, it looks like a Hanai. The only one that really looks like a Hanai, it almost looks mixed. That does somewhat look like a Hanai, Sanseveria, but the yellow should be more inside, and then green, and green would be on the outside. So, but that it kind of does confuse me a little bit, because it's almost like two different plants, but you could see they were cut from the same. They come out of the same thing, but they're just so different. So this one I'm going to say is a Sanseveria trifasciata. I hope I said that right. And I believe it is a black gold, but if it's not a black gold, it's a Hanai. In some kind of way, he might have just reverted back to like its normal colors inside the house. And it does have a lot of new growth. This is totally brand new. But you can also see I did have to do some cutting. Ugh. Oh, just did it right on the video. I should have did it before the video, but it don't matter. You guys know me. This is a raw channel. What you see is what you get. Nothing more, nothing less. Now this one here is called, and that's the little one that I was having trouble identifying. I think it's the same form of it. It's called a Sanseveria Futura Robusta. You see how I said that with confidence, like I know what I'm talking about. But no, that is what this one is. What I like about this one is it doesn't seem as dramatic as some of the other Sanseverias. Like this one is in my kitchen by my fish tank, so I don't fool with it that much. I'm not gonna cuss, but it's funny because I have a friend that sometimes when I have trouble with my plants, and they're like a person who you would not really expect to be in the plants the way that they are, And he was like, sometimes you just got to take that itch, I didn't say the word, and just put it in the corner and forget about it. And I noticed like the plants that I do that with, where I just set them to the side and don't fool with them, those are the ones that do very, very good. Because if you look at this one, look at this. It's like just exploding. Everywhere you look is a new leaf coming, new. It's doing excellent. And I think that's because I don't overdo it. I'm not always on top of it. And that does make a difference. Now, I hate that noise, by the way. Hold on a second. You're going to be surprised when you see this. Okay, people, if you remember one of my videos, I did a video on this. It was called a night blooming cereus or a night blooming cactus. I actually believe I had a misidentification on it. This plant is called a queen. Yeah, it's called a queen of the night cactus. The cool thing about them, they bloom one time a year, only at night, which is what inspired me to pull this off of the tree, because I had this in front of my house, in front of my cypress tree. And since I brought it in, see this little woody stem, all of this came out. Since then, this came up. I think that was already there. And then this one grew tremendously. This here, look at that. Because I have it by my window, so it's just, you see my hand, so it's been going up quite a while. Like, it's a pretty decent size. And then this, they look kind of creepy in a way, because they look, I don't know, they do look kind of snaky or wormy, because this is the side that faces towards my window. But they're cool plants, and I'll tell you something, when you see the result of it, when it actually does flower, it's worth the creepiness of it. So I'm gonna go ahead and draw this video to a close. But this is my little collection of Sanseverias, agave plants. The few cactuses that I do have, my Sanseveria. I forgot about my moonshine. He's sitting over here. I guess it's a he, but that one is kind of new, and I have another one that was part of my original moonshine, but it's not doing so hot, so I'm not gonna even show it on here. But yeah, people, this is, I might as well I always show just everything else when I'm here. I might as well just kind of show you, so you could all see the extent. And that little picture there, I got it from she got it from Africa, actually. And I love it because of the color. A lot of people, some people are scared of it when they come to my house, but other people can appreciate the beauty of it. The reason I chose it, if you notice, I have like yellow furniture in here, but so basically my living room theme bounces off of that. It's yellow. It has a lot of yellow, gold, a lot of earth colors, bronze, red, green. And that picture, she got it directly from Africa, so it actually is imported. And I love it, but I would never have it in my bedroom, because one time I was at my house in Pittsburgh and I woke up and that thing was over me. And I kind of like, it was like my heart just started beating fast, like, oh, woo, like, what is that? You know, because when you wake up, your mind is not all the way awake, but your eyes are. And I'm a person, sometimes I sleep with my eyes open. So that picture could never be in my bedroom, because I don't want that over my bed, but I love it. It's beautiful. And this little painting, I don't know why I'm showing my paintings, but I did this one my own self. Don't ask me what it is, I don't know. I do abstract art only. I call myself being kind of serious with it. But alright, this is it. This was longer than what I thought it would be, but it's just my little succulent collection, my cactus, my bromeliads, and of course, my lovely snake plants. Alright, thank you all for your time.